Hey guys, welcome to sunny Bermuda. Today is the 1st of May, and I'm just going to go over a few things I'm going to do in the month of May. As you can see, I'm standing over here in the shade going through some skin cancer treatment, so I'm not supposed to be in direct sunlight, so I'm going to wait until, well, it should be cloudy enough. I put a big hat on. What I'm going to do first is go ahead and aerate with my little Ryan Lawn Air 4 aerator. So we're going to get it good and aerated, this front part here. And then tomorrow, you know, after the sun goes down, I'm going to come back and I'm going to discuss some products that I'm throwing down for the month of May that really get this popping. It's been, what, 2 weeks since I put down my 1010 Anderson's Balance Fertilizer. So I've been trying to wait as long as I could, you know, to keep it from growing, since I'm not supposed to be in the sun, not supposed to be cutting. But except for in the evenings or late night, I might have to get some big light. So let's jump into it and let's get this aerated real fast. I'm going to crank this up. I got to fill the drum with water and put my 2 weights in, and then we'll run over this real fast. All right guys, got this whole front yard, 4,300 square feet, completely core aerated using my Ryan Lawn Air 4, and now it is time to pick up some cores. Look at these cores, good size cores there. You can see the top part starting to get good and dark and rich, probably from my monthly applications of biochar. And then at the bottom you can see the good old Alabama red clay. Oh, hate that stuff. But you can actually see, if you know where my dry spots are, it definitely shows in the core aeration. For example, I typically have dry spots up here where this mound is, and look how small the cores are. Some of them you can't even see because they're so small. They've already broken up. What is that, half an inch core? What's that, little half inch? That's nothing. And then other areas, they're just huge, like 2-inch cores. But just got to keep working at it. Now for the, well, actually the Lawn Air, the easy steer was pretty easy. I could actually turn it with one hand. I love that little machine. But my favorite is cleaning it up. I don't have to use my rotary mower, you know, dull the blades and unload bags of dirt. I get to use the Scarify cartridge. That bad boy will clean up everything in the yard, from dead grass. It'll even reach down and get some of the thatch out. But it'll pull all the plugs up. Even if it runs across a weed or two, it'll pluck up the weeds too. So I would love the Scarify cartridge. That's actually one of my favorite cartridges. They make Sunjoes. Is it Sunjoe or Joe Sun? I don't know. Anyway, they make these a little electric, a little battery operated. If you have a smaller yard, you might want to get one, but you'll definitely love it, especially with aerating. So let's crank this Outlet C24 up and get the yard cleaned up. Okay guys, I'm not going to video the rest of the time, you know, picking up all these cores, but as you can see, look how clean it gets it. Woo-wee, that is clean compared to all the little plugs on this side. I noticed my battery was going dead on my little GoPro over here on my tripod, so I just grabbed this. I'm going to show you guys. If time permits, I'll probably Scarify, come back this way, Scarify it real good, drop it down some, really get it clean, and then put my reel on and get a good reel mow today, and I'll be done with the mower work. And then tomorrow we'll come back and I'll show you all the products I'm going to put down to get down in these holes here, because we're expecting rain. Today's Monday, we're expecting 50% rain on Wednesday. So tomorrow evening, if I can get down all my product, woo, this Bermuda's going to come alive after I've neglected it. So but hang in there guys. All right guys, look how messy my Scarify is. Whew, it went through a workout. I went back and forth, east to west, and then came back and did north to south. Really cleaned up the yard really good. So now, as you can see, it's starting to get dark. Sun's done set, thank goodness. It's nice and cool now. We got up to 90, over 90 today. Had a heat wave coming through this week. But I'm fixing to take my Scarify cartridge off and put on my 10-blade reel and get a real quick mow in, and then tomorrow I will put down my products. I will see you tomorrow. All right guys, here we are the next day. Last night it was dark by the time I got in a real mow after I scarified it twice, removed all my cores. And as you can see from the sky, we got some rain rolling in. So hopefully it'll hit us tomorrow or the next day. But today I'm going to put down a lot of soil amendments and some fertilizer as well. Get that soil amendment down into these holes, because next month in June I may also aerate again, and then I may top dress with some compost or some more soil building product. But first, let's go through a few things I'm going to do. I cleaned out my garage. My wife's been after me to clean the garage out, and ta-da, I found some X-Oil DIY. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it's top dressing with biochar, is what it is. Basically it's poultry manure actually. So we'll get that down in, and then I had 2 Carbon Pro G. These are actually pretty old bags, and it's still, you can still feel the moistness in it. I did talk to Lesco about it, and they said the new Carbon Pro G is a little more granular, a little drier, because I had trouble with that in the past, throwing it down with my spreader, even my big Impro spreader with the hopper open, wide open. And then we also have some biochar. I'm going to put down my normal monthly rate of biochar, and still in soil amendments. If you prefer to do liquid, Simple Grow Solutions, Simple Lawn Solutions has great products. There's some the soil heme and root heme, and also have some of the seaweed heme in the garage. I forgot to bring it out. But if you prefer to spray, you know, the backpack sprayer, push sprayer or whatnot, or hose end sprayer, I really like to do the hose end sprayer with those. They work great as well. But today we're just doing granular with the spreader. And then I'm going to come back with some fertilizer and put down some 1608 by the Andersons right here. Got some 1608 left, got about half a bag left of it. And put it down. It's time for a feeding. And then also it's really been muggy and humid, so we're going to kick off with fungicide. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Andersons Prophecy right here, and here is your liquid alternative. It's just your propiconazole 14-3. Yeah, I ended up throwing this out by hand. I probably should have put some gloves on, but to show you how bad it is, see how thick that is. What's that look like? Yeah, it would not, can't use a spreader on it. This is the old. The new is a little bit better, but still it's really hard to throw with the spreader. Okay guys, it's getting late on me again, but to kind of recap everything I did, I aerated really good, round and round and round the yard. Then I came back with my scarifier, cleaned up all the cores, went this north and south, I mean east and west, and then north and south, really cleaned it up really good. And then I put on my 10-blade reel and lowered it. I guess you can call it, I scalped it, because I typically mow at 3/4 of an inch, but I took it down to right, a little under half, right at 3/8 of an inch. So it's really low. And then after that, today I came in and I spread, let's see, 2 bags of Carbon Pro G. That's 80 pounds. I had to do it by hand. As you can see, there's a few spots that kind of clumped on me, because my spreader wouldn't spread it. It's the old Carbon Pro G. I think I had it maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and it really clumps really bad. So I had to throw it out by hand. So I threw it out the best I could. And I came back and I did my typical 4 pounds or 5 pounds of biochar by the Andersons, which at the rate of 1 pound 1,000. So I just went down with my little handheld spreader, and spread it really good. And then I came back with some 1604 fertilizer. It's a really fine fertilizer. I think on my Impro I set the setting at 13, so basically 3 passes and it dumps it all out on the yard. I kind of spoon feed the 1604, because in a couple weeks before Memorial Day I'll probably come back with some different fertilizer. Stay tuned for that video coming up soon to really green it up and give it a pop, and maybe spray some liquid iron as well. Have it nice and green for Memorial Day. And then last but not least, I put down some Prophecy DG right there from the Andersons as well, because I started seeing some, it's really humid. I'm pouring in sweat right now. I started seeing some fungus up there on that corner toward the ditch, and then around on the side there's some really bad fungus. The only other thing I'd recommend doing in the month of May is if you have any weeds reed pressure, just spot spray them. Don't broadcast your whole yard as we starting to swing into summer over the next few weeks. Just spot spray some weeds if you see those and knock them out. Other than that, just guys, I hope you have a great May, and this is a BermudaLawnCalendar.com video. I hope you enjoyed it. All right guys, here we are about a week later. It's really starting to push some green, starting to look good. Yes, we're expecting some more thunderstorms. So guys, if you're also, one other note, if you're following a good pre-emergent program, chances are you probably put some pre-emergent down back in February, March, and here it is May. So approaching June, so make sure you do not forget your pre-emergent. You don't want weeds to start coming in. So guys, hope you have a great day. Enjoy this video, and we will see you soon.